Hi, it's Dr. Jan here, and I want to talk to you about whether or not you should report the workplace bully. And my answer to that question is maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. It depends on your current situation. So sometimes reporting is in your best interest, and sometimes it isn't. But reporting will almost always guarantee that bullying will increase. And so before you report, I recommend that you strategize and make a pro and con list and determine whether or not the pros outweigh the cons or the consequences. Because I promise you, unfortunately, there will be consequences, retaliation, and bullying will likely increase. And so if your pros outweigh the cons, then I recommend that you develop a strategy to report the workplace bully. If the cons outweigh the pros, maybe this isn't the best time. You can always report later, okay? You don't have to do it immediately. And so you want to make sure that if you're going to report, that you are prepared to deal with the increased consequences of workplace bullying. I don't know how it will happen, but I promise you it will. So if you're prepared to deal with those consequences and you know that's coming and your pros outweigh your cons, then I'm going to recommend that you develop a plan and you try to report. Again, if you know someone in your organization that you can trust, brainstorm with them. If you know someone outside of your organization that you trust, brainstorm with them. I always find it's a good idea to bounce your ideas off other people. But if you're going to report, you definitely need a strategy of how you're going to do that. And later, I will talk to you about how to document and how to present your documentation when you're going to report. But reporting is not mandatory unless you want a formal complaint to go forward. And one of the things you have to consider is, are you willing to deal with the increased consequences of reporting? And if your answer to that is no, then you have your answer as to whether or not you should report.